A few days ago my Pokemon White went missing. I couldn't find it anywhere. After a few attempts of searching throughout my house I was unsuccessful. I gave up and ended up searching Amazon.com, seeing if I could find a used Pokemon White to buy. I was skeptical to buy the used game to only get a hacked game, but when I was on Amazon.com and looking through Pokemon White, I found the used Pokemon White for under $10. I was suspicious as why it was so cheap. The description said like new. Nothing more, nothing less. But if I buy this for so cheap I could pay for express shipping and get it by the next day. I was skeptical, but I still bought it. The next day in the mail I got my Pokemon White. I turned it on to find an already saved file on there. The male trainer. His name was Rick. His sprite was mummified. I sighed at the fact that this must be a hacked game, but I clicked the saved file to see how far he made it. He was mummified in the entry link. His only Pokemon was a level 35 male Cofagrigus. I thought very little of this as I just wanted to play my game, so I deleted the saved file and started a new one. I chose the male character, being male myself. I chose Snivy and nicknamed him Smugly, an internet meme at that. I thought it was fitting. After a few hours of playing and receiving the sea gear and putting a spare Patrack in the dream world, I left Fennel's home. The sea gear acted up and the transceiver popped up. I wondered what was going on. The screen was all static, like when you were trying to connect. It said Rick is calling you. It was all static, but as moments passed by and the dialogue of I saw him. I saw Cofagrigus. The game let out his cry and both screens went static. The dialog box popped up and it said "You're mine now." The screen went clear and I found myself in the entry link forest. I should have turned my DS off then, but I stupidly carried on. After a few minutes going through the forest I saw Cofagrigus sprite. I clicked on him and he said "I'm so glad to see you." When the battle started up, it said Cofagrigus wants to battle. He had 6 Pokeballs. How could he have Pokemon? He is a Pokemon. I sent out my level 19 Servine, nicknamed Smugly, and Cofagrigus sent out a level 1 Mummy. A mummy? I never recalled a mummy Pokemon. It was shaped like a human sprite and its only attack was struggle. After Smugly killed all 6 mummies, yes, killed, Cofagrigus popped back up and said, "You killed my team? I'll need a new team. I think you'll do just fine." Cofagrigus then used mummy and mummified my Smugly. Cofagrigus then said, "You'll also do just fine." It showed the overworld and Cofagrigus opened up. The dialogue popped up saying, "Cofagrigus has sucked you in." The screen went black and then it came back. Then my sprite was a mummy ... and Cofagrigus said, "I choose you." It went back to the main screen and my file was gone.